All right, you guys, we are going to be talking about calculating simple interest today. Simple interest is one of those things that has a very real world application in that it's important for you to know exactly how money works, how borrowing works, especially from a financial institution. Now, simple interest, again, is going to be calculated by using the formula that you see there on the screen, where I, standing for interest, will equal to the principal amount, that's the amount that you're borrowing, or the amount that you're saving, it depends on the case, times the rate, that's a percentage that the bank or financial institution will charge you, expressed as a decimal, times the amount of time that you will be borrowing the money for. Now, your time is always going to be in for whole years. Okay, so if I'm trying to calculate interest for part of a year, say 3 months, I'm going to multiply that by 0.25. If I'm doing it for 3 years, I would multiply it by 3. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to switch over to another example to show you how to calculate it. So the example that we're going to be looking at today is about Gina. Gina deposits $150 at the start of each year into a college savings account that pays 4% simple interest at the end of each year. She does not deposit the interest that she earns each year. How much total interest will Gina earn on her deposits through the end of the 5th year? So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be using a chart to show us, number one, what her initial deposit would be, what her continuing deposits are, and how much she's actually getting in simple interest. Now, there is a very important sentence here. It says that she does not deposit the interest that she earns each year. That is going to be the hallmark of simple interest. That does not get added to the account, either whether it be something that you're borrowing or, in this case, something that she's saving each period. Okay, and that period would be in the course of 1 year. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch over to our work so we can see exactly what we're doing. So I have my calculator here because we're going to be using the calculator. I'm going to show you how to do it by hand, but then I'm going to be doing part of it by calculator as well. So $150 is going to be deposited as a recap by Gina each year. Her interest rate that she will be earning will be 4% of interest. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by drawing myself a chart, which is going to depict how much money she is going to be using. Now, I personally like to use a chart. It just helps everybody to stay as organized as they can be. So I'm going to use, let's see. Okay. And I'm going to include some very important things in here. So what I'm going to start off by doing, being that we're trying to figure out what the amount of interest that she would have earned on that 5th year, I'm going to be looking at totals, etc. What I want to do is I want to give myself enough space to do that. I'm going to make myself 6 rows, and I'm going to make myself 5 columns. All right, and I'm going to start off by labeling these in different things. So I'm going to label this as the deposit phase. That's the amount of time that she's actually saving her money. The beginning balance at the beginning of each phase. We're going to talk about the amount, and of course that's money, that she deposits. We're going to see what the new balance would be, and then we're going to calculate the amount of interest, and I am abbreviating that, okay, at 4%, and that's actually going to be a specific dollar amount, okay? So the first phase is at the end of first year, at the end of the second year, second, third, fourth, and fifth, so on and so forth. All right, so at the beginning of the first phase, okay, there is no money in the account because she hasn't actually opened the account. She walks into the bank, maybe this happens yearly on her birthday. If her birthday is like mine in January, Okay, she walks into January, she deposits $150. Okay, so at the end of that first year, her balance is still $150, but what's going to happen? The bank is going to credit her a certain amount of interest payment. Now, again, they are not adding that to the account. That's a different kind of interest that I'll talk about in a different video. Okay, say if they were just to mail her a check, if they were to mail her a check for 4%. So remember that our interest formula is interest is equal to capital P times rate, okay, times T. So I'm going to pull out my calculator here at this point, okay. So that she is deposited, and I hope that you can see that. That's $150. We're going to then multiply that by her rate, which is going to be expressed as a decimal. Okay, so 4% is expressed as 0.04, and I hope again that you can see that. And I'll try to turn this a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. Times 1 year, okay, and that's going to equal $6, okay. Now, that's $6 deposited in terms of interest. What is her new balance at the beginning of phase 2? That's going to be $150. She walks in on her birthday, deposits another $150. So what's her new balance? That's $300. I'm going to then use that $300 to calculate my interest. So again, 300 multiplied by 0.04 times 1. So why did I multiply by 2? I didn't multiply by 2 because the phase wasn't 2 years, it was 1 year. It's 4% per year, okay? That becomes $12 into her account. Now, at this moment, we can pretty much see what the pattern is going to be. I'm going to go ahead and continue to multiply for this third one, but we'll see that every year $6 is being added. Okay, I just want you to get the hang of it. What's the beginning balance of the new phase? It's going to be $300 as well. She walks in on her birthday, deposits another $150. Her balance now becomes $450. So remember, the bank is sending her this money. They are not crediting that to the account. So again, 450 multiplied by 0.04 multiplied by 1, because that's 1 year, is going to be $18. I hope you see that. Okay, so that's $18. So again, what we're doing is we see that there's a pattern of $6 per year. Okay, so at this point, her new balance is $450. She adds another $150. Her new balance is $600. 4% of $600 is going to be $24. Okay, so at the beginning of the last phase, because she wants to take it out in 5 years. I don't know why, but she wants to. Maybe she's saving up for something. Maybe she turns 18 and she wants to buy herself a car. Who knows? Okay, and she's going to use this as a down payment. All right, so this now becomes $750. $750 and 4% of that is going to be $30. Now, this is not a running balance, meaning that her account or her interest wasn't 6, then it was 12, then it was 18, then it was 24, then it was 30. This is per year. She's getting that amount per year, per year, per year, per year. So her total amount of interest that she would have earned at the end of those 5 years is going to be $90. Now, she would have saved $750. She would have earned $90 in interest. So altogether, her savings and her interest altogether would be $840. Remember, those are two separate numbers, what she saved and what she's earned in interest. $840 altogether. Okay, so she might have enough at that point to do whatever she was trying to save for. Now, if you have any additional questions or concerns, please come to class with that question. Come to a tutorial either on Tuesday or Thursday, or just rewind this video and watch again. And as always, I'll see you in class tomorrow.